Before the COVID-19 pandemic, healthcare had a very clear structure. Everything was in person. Whenever we became ill, we visited a doctor's office, waited in line, explained our symptoms, underwent a physical examination, and, if necessary, completed laboratory tests or imaging. Finally, we received a prescription or treatment plan. The entire process relied on physical presence. With the arrival of the pandemic, however, this model changed dramatically. Social distancing, fear of infection, and restrictions on movement encouraged the rapid growth of online consultations. Many patients received treatment simply by describing their symptoms or sending the results of a basic test. This was a turning point for medicine. Without physical examination, the care often felt incomplete. Now imagine taking the next step. Without leaving home, you could see your doctor virtually while smart devices measured your blood pressure, heart rate, and even the condition of your lungs. This would allow for accurate diagnosis and complete treatment without the need for a clinic or laboratory visit. The question then arises, is this our near future? When we think about treatment, medication is the first element that comes to mind. Pills, syrups, injections, or intravenous therapy. Even with a digital prescription, patients still need to obtain the physical drug. At first glance, remote treatment may seem impossible. Yet, technology has already proven otherwise. Robotic surgery, performed remotely by physicians across continents, is not science fiction but a present-day reality. Imagine extending this concept to medication. Doctors could send digital prescriptions that activate through smart devices in the patient's home. What once appeared in science fiction films is now moving closer to practical reality. Some conditions, such as skin disorders, can be identified simply through visual inspection. Sometimes even a single photo is sufficient. But for more complex illnesses, laboratory tests and biopsies are traditionally required. Here, too, technology is reshaping the process. Through digital sampling, physicians can now obtain and analyze biological data without requiring the patient's physical presence. For millions of people in remote or underserved areas, this innovation eliminates the need for long, difficult journeys just to undergo simple tests. Remote diagnosis is no longer a dream. It is a reality unfolding today. Even the physical examination itself, long considered the cornerstone of medicine, is being transformed. For generations, it was assumed that doctors must use stethoscopes, blood pressure cuffs, and direct palpation of the body to evaluate health. But modern biomedical engineering has begun to change this assumption. Smart sensors now allow physicians to access vital data remotely. This suggests that even physical examination may no longer require the patient's presence. What once seemed unthinkable is rapidly becoming achievable. To understand the significance of these developments, we need only reflect on human communication throughout history. There was a time when messages traveled only by messengers or carrier pigeons. Later came the telegraph, the telephone, and eventually the internet. Today, an entire library can be transmitted in seconds, and live lectures can be attended from across the globe. Medicine is now moving through the same transformation. Online consultations were just the beginning. We are entering a stage where diagnosis, examination, sampling, and even treatment can be delivered digitally. This evolution is captured in the concept of TMP, telemedical practice. It represents not merely the future of healthcare, but an innovation that already exists today. The final question we must ask is, are we prepared to embrace the medicine of the future, a future that has already arrived?